Hey y'all, welcome to Breealizations. We are all back with you. We've got Bandit and Penelope in the background if you're watching the video. Let's see how good they are this time. Grab your water, your journal. We're going to go ahead and talk about our why today. There's going to be quite a few things you may want to jot down or things that I say that spark you that you want to journal about later. So grab your journal, grab your water. I have a new cup today. I brought down my cup from my good friend who owns Astor Lane Creations. I'll tag her in this video. My cup says sunshine mixed with a little hurricane, and she literally makes the best cups in the world. So check her out, show her some love. She makes lots of cool stuff. So let's go ahead and take a drink. Let's get right into it. Our why. Why we want to change. Why we want something different. Why we need something different. If you're listening and you've been listening, you have probably felt this feeling a lot in your life, or you've had bouts where you felt it and it came and went in waves. You may feel this all the time, but we don't always know how to change or what we need. So it really helps to get clear about it. I have found the best way to get clear about it is to journal and to find people like me who are giving you questions and giving you space to think about yourself in this capacity. When we think about our why, it's what we really want and what happens if we get it. A lot of times when we start a journey, let's say you were on a weight loss journey, I see quite a bit of that. Most of the time, people that I talk to, the very first thing they say their why is they just want to lose weight. They want to feel good in their clothes. They just want to feel good in their skin again. So we start there. We start with something just as simple as that. If somebody says to me, I just want to be able to walk into a store and put something on and know it's going to fit and know I'm going to feel good in it. That is a very big deal to them at that point in time. So that is where we want to start. So, what happens if you get to a place where you can walk into the store and throw something on and you know that it's going to look good? What does that do for you? A lot of times I hear that it will create less friction for them. It makes life feel better. They feel more powerful, more in control of their lives, more like they fit into the society that they see in their head. That makes a lot of sense to me. You feel more like an adult, more in control, more in your life when you feel powerful in those situations. It takes a really big toll on us when we go and we try on the same size pair of pants and none of them fit the same as the last. It's frustrating and it's hard to go in and constantly have things need to size up or constantly have things that dig into us or make us uncomfortable. Things that feel like they're not made for us to be in this world. And the things that are made for us, a lot of times you put them on and yeah, they fit great in the waist and they're baggy in the legs or they're baggy in the butt or they're too long. It just seems like we get defeated because there's not really anything that's really for us, anything that fits really good when we're there. I used to think that was clothing. That was just the fault of clothing and the industry and everything, how that works. But the more I realized how our mindset is when we're looking in that mirror and we don't feel good, I realized it's not just the people that feel like they're too big. It's the people that feel like they're too small, too skinny, too this, too that. And I started thinking about it. We have a whole society that has put body issues on us. Even the most perfect women out there are not perfect. The perfect men out there are not perfect. There is still a whole group of people that will cut them down. And that makes life harder. We talked about all those voices in our head. Well, this is where a lot of that comes into play. We might not think that our body is as bad as we feel that it is. When we really start to look at ourselves in the mirror and we start to take things that we love, our curves, the shape of our eyes, the way our hair is, anything at all. I fell in love with my freckles after a lifetime of wishing I didn't have them. I got to the point where if someone was doing my makeup professionally, I didn't want them to because the first thing they did was they got rid of my freckles. I met one artist who was amazing, and she was like, "I will make sure you have your freckles," and she did. I It was just a big deal, though. It was a big deal. I finally loved my freckles, and I wanted to show them off. And anyone that didn't like them, that just wasn't for me because I had a newfound love for them. In fact, I wanted more of them. I I just think when we really look at ourselves with love, with kindness, with all of it, things start to change in a very beautiful way. That starts with learning our why, not the voices in our head, ours, not what we think we need to do, not where our responsibilities lie. If none of that was on the table, why would you want what you're going for? Let's take a drink. Why do you want what you want? What changes in your life if you get what you want? Who around you is affected if you get what you want? Everyone, right? What good would it do for everyone around you to get what you want? If you loved yourself, if you felt happy and peaceful and good in your skin, if you felt fulfilled in your work or in your life, what does that look like? It's a big question to ask. And it doesn't have to be, oh, I would change my whole life. I would definitely do nothing that I'm doing now. It doesn't have to be, oh, I would ship these kids off to a nanny somewhere or any of that. It doesn't have to be these big things, or it doesn't have to be nothing can change because I have too many things I'm responsible for. Think about it. What is one thing that you need in your everyday life to feel happy? I found out that with movement and with writing, I always feel better. Then I realized that if I drink enough water, I always feel better. I realized that taking just these small things and saying, okay, I will write for 5 minutes. I will go outside and stretch my body for 5 minutes. I will make sure I am consistently drinking water today. These little changes, these little shifts started to shift everything. That was where I started with my why. I really just wanted to feel better. I didn't even have an area that I wanted to feel better. I just wanted to feel better. I couldn't explain it. It was just like I would know. I would know when I was good. I would know when I got the thing I needed. And it surprised me because it's actually a lot of little no's and a lot of little wins. You start to know things on a different level as you go through this. So, the more water you drink, the more movement you get, the more you journal. Right there, you're already loving your body, you're hydrating, you're moving, you're using what you've got, you're taking care of your mental by jotting down some things. Even if you just wrote down, today I felt good when I woke up. Today I got cut off in traffic and I was a rage monster, whatever it looks like. Today I ate everything in the kitchen for no reason, whatever it looks like. You could journal all kinds of things, okay? You can journal arguments, you can journal happy times, you can journal anything. So if you just take 5 minutes and you write to yourself and you connect outside with nature, you move what you've got, you hydrate. Even if you just start a little bit each day, celebrate those wins. You are actively trying to take care of yourself. You are showing your body and your brain that this is different this time, that you are hearing your body, you are hearing your brain. You are ready to do better for them. You are ready to be on the same team. No more war. You are literally waving that white flag and saying, I'm sorry, I don't know why we've been fighting. Let's come back together. Your why could be that you want to live longer, that you want to feel more happiness, that you want a new career, that you want more money in the bank. Your why could be about your health. It could be about anything, and it's different for all of us. Why do you want to be here? Are you doing something that feels like you could go tomorrow and you would be happy? You would be good with what you left. Think about it. Is there anything that you would regret? There's no reason we can't think about this now. And there's no reason we can't change it. I've lost a lot of people along the way. And I can tell you, there's no rhyme or reason that I can see to why some are not here and others are. All I know is that while we're here, we have to do what we're here to do. And the more we connect to ourselves, the more we can figure out our purpose, the more we can all put in what we were actually put here to do. We have gotten so far away from who we really are as humans, what we're really here to do. Our egos are pretty strong. And a lot of us have trauma so deep, generational trauma so deep, that some of it seems like, how could we ever, ever heal that, right? In one lifetime. But that's just the thing. We don't. We only heal as much as we can until our time is out. And we hope that there's something more after that, that there is something else, and that it will all make sense eventually. But we don't know. We don't know what happens. So why are we wasting the one shot we know we have? Wanting to leave, numbing out, wanting to fast forward, needing change. Why are we so hard on each other? Why are we so fearful of everything? Take a drink. Let's look at our why now. Why are you here? Why are you tuning in to my words? Are you reading the books? Are you listening to the podcast? Seeing the stories? Why are the things that I am saying hitting you so hard? Why are they intriguing you and keeping you along on this journey? What are you craving? Do you know how to get it? Does it feel really far away? Or does it feel like it's right on the tip of your fingers? Where do you feel it in your body? Is it exciting or is it pain? This is where we start. You don't have to know where to go right now. All you have to do is acknowledge it. Be aware of it. What you want and the good that would come from it if you get it. For me, my first one was being a coach because I really, really needed to help people. I needed to find a way to do it that felt like me, and I needed more information. I didn't know how to do it on my own. I felt like I couldn't keep trying to help people and feeling like I was failing. So for me, there wasn't any option anymore. I had to leave. I had to learn how to use this tool that I have been trying so hard to figure out my whole life how to use. So I did. I jumped in and I went back to school. And then as I got into school, I realized I just really needed more information. I wanted more ways to get this out there. I wanted more ways that felt like me rather than following a program. It just felt too natural for me, like I had already been doing it for years. Once the right amount of information clicked for me, I just took off. It's like a fire. It just spread. I couldn't be stopped. And then I wrote the books and it just flew out of my fingertips. And I defined what everybody was telling me I had to do as the law, and I didn't like that. And I just realized in writing it, the way it flew out of my fingers, I had to do it my way. It wasn't about how it had been done before, because I had never done it before. It was about doing it how I was here to do it. I was put here to do it my way. So I did. And that was magic. That, oh man, that was more than I ever could have hoped for. That was such an experience. And then the second book came, and I'm not stopping. My why now is different. So many people have come to me and told me how important this is and how impactful it is. And now I have to get out there. I have to do this, and I have to do it this way, because I feel like everybody should have access to this, and everyone should have a safe space to go and explore and ask curious questions and vent their anger and learn to work through things in a positive way. We shouldn't be afraid to say something incorrectly and be punished for life, which is what we have been, as a society, very much teaching, especially as of late with cancel culture, with everything that happens. We are making it a very fearful place. That is not what I want. We are human. We will mess up along the way. But if our why is about getting better so that we can bring good to the world, so that we can bring good to our lives, the people around us, that deserves a safe space for healing. And healing is not pretty, and healing is not perfect. In fact, a lot of times it feels like a dumpster fire. There's a lot of tears, there's a lot of just confusion. There's a lot of anger, there's a lot of sadness, a lot of hurt, a lot of pain. And then there's a lot of letting go and lightness and feeling like you can breathe for the first time. Like, really breathe. And when you come up for air, you just want to keep coming back for more. But it pulls you back under. And as long as you keep fighting, those gasps of air, those big breaths of air, they fill your whole world. And pretty soon you're not scared, because you start to enjoy those moments when you're under the water, because you always know you're coming up for air. You don't have to panic anymore. And getting there changes everything. And it all starts with one small why. Why do you want to make a change today? And what are you willing to do to commit to this? If you said, I'm going to start getting up at 5 a.m. and being super productive with my mornings. Okay, well, if you get up at 6 every day, that's possibly doable to do an extra hour. Or if you're up at 5:30 every day and you're moving it back half an hour. If you've been sleeping until 10 and now you're going to get up at 5 a.m., that's probably not super gonna happen. You were probably going to just hit the snooze and end up sleeping till noon. So what if we just made it small? Say if you sleep until 10, you're getting up at 9:30. Or say if you're getting up at 10, instead of hitting the snooze 3 times, you're going to pop right up. It doesn't have to be a big, overwhelming change right now. If you can find one small change in your day for 7 consistent days, you will see what that looks like. You will see how easy that is or how hard that is to add into your day. If it's too hard and you aren't setting aside 2 minutes for yourself to do whatever that is, maybe you said you were going to write for 5 minutes. If you cannot find 5 minutes to write each day out of all of your hours, then that goal is too big for where you are right now. You may not even want to write every day. You might say, no, picking up a notebook or a journal is too much for me right now. And that is okay. Listen to your body. If your body is fighting everything against that journal, just breathe and trust it and wait. Let's find something else. See what sparks you. Maybe you wake up and you take 2 minutes and all you do is breathe. You sit in silence. You don't look at your phone. You don't anything. You just sit and breathe. Maybe that's how you start your day. If that seems much more doable, it feels better in your soul, do that. There is nothing too big and there is nothing too small if it feels good to you. If you are able to stay consistent and if you're able to keep moving, do it. Nobody's here to tell you anything is right or wrong. You are the only one that knows. Think about everyone that will benefit from your why. Think about all the good that your why will bring. Let your body get really relaxed. Think about how you feel. Let your eyes close if you're in a place where you can. Take a breath in through the nose and out. When you're good, the people around you are better. You're contagious with your happiness, your good vibes, your positive energy, your peace. Think about how good it feels making these small shifts, doing something for yourself. What do you need to do this each day? To give yourself priority on this small shift. Breathe it in and out. What is your why? Why? One more breath in and out. Let your eyes slowly open. Grab one more drink of water. That's all I have for you today. If you love this episode, please let me know. You know what to do. Like, share, subscribe. Help us get the word out. Help my tribe find their tribe. We want everybody in. All right, guys, you can find me at justbreehlc.com. Everything and anything is there. And seriously, if the one thing you do is share this video, that is everything. Thank you so much and stay vibey, y'all.